Hey guys, I had a little follow-up about the spark plug wires, so I wanted to go over with you guys. Specifically, at least I think for just probably the Trailblazer SS guys, because it's the only time that I've actually run into this. And you guys probably already know about this, but the number 2 spark plug wire on a 1 7/8 header is not gonna work. And the reason being is because the heat shield or the boots that we put on these spark plugs was actually touching the header, and it doesn't insulate very well, when it's actually touching it. So I ended up burning a couple of spark plug wires on number 2. At first I thought it was just because I was tuning, and it was a little lean a couple of times when I was dialing in the VE tables, and so I just thought maybe the runner got extra hot. But after it was tuned, I had the problem again on the second wire. And so if you're running 1 7/8 headers or larger on Trailblazer SS and possibly others, you just want to see what your clearance is. But you're gonna have trouble. 1 3/4 is not a problem at all for the spark plugs that we built in the video. So what I ended up doing, because I already had a full set of great spark plug wires, the only one with a problem was the number 2. So I went on to Summit and I ordered this Excel. It's a single wire replacement, but this is a ceramic spark plug wire, and I knew about these. I just didn't really think that I needed them or a full set. So I went ahead and got a single replacement. It was like $20 shipped. So I'm gonna put this in my number 2 spark plug on the sub. It also came with these little crimp blocks, which I've never used before. It didn't come with any instructions on them, but I'm assuming they got these little nubs on here. So I'm assuming we're gonna put these in the vise, and sit the wire on there and maybe just tap it with a hammer or something. I don't really see any other way it could be used. And like I said, it didn't come with instructions. And I'm a guy, so I'm not gonna look it up, of course. But and then just for the sake of this video, I went ahead and ordered this Taylor spark plug wire tool. For what I was looking at online, this thing pretty much does it all. It's got the stripper built into it, double crimp terminals it can handle. It can do all kind of things. So I thought I'd order this and just give it a try, because it's only like $15, and it's got all the stripper stuff built into it. It looks like you can even crimp regular butt splices and stuff on other wires. So it seems like a pretty universal tool. So we're gonna give that a shot. I figured for $15 it might be worth including in this video. And we may play around with these blocks a little bit too, just to see how well that works, because that was basically free. And so we'll check that out right quick too, see what's going on with that. So we'll get started on putting this spark plug wire together right quick and go from there. Alright, so this is pretty much what happened. And of course it started misfiring. That was in there at an angle probably about like that. And it's pretty tight to the header. And so with the boot on there, like I said, it was kind of touching, and I didn't realize that it was touching, because you don't ever really want them to just actually be on the header. So that's such a hard spot to get to. It was kind of hard to tell. So we're gonna definitely be able to eliminate this. Alright, here we go. I got the new tool open, got it oiled as you should do on any new tool. And this thing feels pretty sturdy. It's not like a ratcheting tool or anything, but I really dislike ratcheting tools, because if you don't get it set right or whatever, it's stuck. You know, you got to try to figure out how to get it apart. So this is more my style anyways. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna basically take one of the old wires, you know, and just kind of gauge how long I need it. And this porcelain end is a good bit longer than the old ones. Probably, I'm gonna say overall it's probably about close to an inch longer, but you know, it never hurts to have a little extra wire, because you can always twist the terminal on the coil end a little bit, you know, to take out slack. So anyway, basically I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this from that 45 to probably about the end of this 45. Let's see what we got here. There's a wire cutter on here, so let's see if it cuts. We'll give it just a little bit of extra length. And this thing, ooh, that cut like butter, actually. Kind of surprised. And it actually came with a good bit of extra wire. So if we were making these LS plugs, let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could almost make a full set of wires out of this. That's pretty funny. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use my other stripper tool because I really like it. It's really easy to use. This is actually made for stripping RG6. You can see the blade inside there. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some light on this. I don't know how good the lighting is. That might be a little better. Alright, so I don't know if you can see the blade inside there, but you know, it's got the little cutout for the conductor in the middle. So, but anyway, like I said before, I find the edge of the tool, come back and put the blade right there, and then all you gotta do is just spin this thing around, and it slides right off of there, and then it works great. So I'm gonna take and fold this guy over again. Since this is the coil side, I'm not gonna put the glue on it like I was talking about doing last time. Alright, so I'm going to squeeze this down first in the first hole, and then we'll come back and put it in the second hole, and we'll see how it does. It actually feels pretty solid. Try to do this right here towards the camera. Yeah, this thing works fine. You just line your open side up in the die there, and just squeeze it down. That's pretty much all there is to any of these crimper tools. So that's cool, and it definitely got it pretty tight. So now what I want to do, put this guy in the vise, and let's see if we can get a better angle here. Get that guy in the vise right there, and it looks like we should just be able to tap on that. Let me grab a little brass hammer here. So that little pointy thing should be on the open side, because that's kind of made to you know, push the tabs down. So I guess you just get it all lined up and just tap it down, and it looks like that's doing pretty good also. So I'm guessing either method would work fine, but we're in good shape there. So I'll go ahead and get my silicone spray again. Put some silicone inside the boot for the LS style. You gotta kind of bend the boot straight. And go ahead and push this wire all the way through. And you pretty much want this thing just protruding out of the end a little bit like that. And that's it. Make sure it's, you know, turning to where they're both even. And so now we've got us a, I don't keep going too far. There we go. So now we've got an Excel 9000 LS style spark plug wire. And that should solve our problems with the number 2 spark plug wire melting. So now I can finish tuning without having misfires. Anyway, I just wanted to follow up with you guys on that. Everything that I was talking about in the first video, everything's good there. It's just a matter of, you know, if you got a 1 7/8 header, you just want to make sure that the boot's not actually pushing up against the runner. That's really the only problem. As long as they're not actually pushing up against it, they're fine. All the other spark plug wires that I made on all the other cylinders, like, they're all fine. I've been ripping on this thing. Like I said, in the Pro Charge Trailblazer, I did the exact same thing, and they've been in there for, I don't know, 6 months, and I haven't had trouble with any of them, including number 2. They're the pace setter 1 3/4 inch headers, so clearance wasn't quite as bad as they are on these 1 7/8. So I guess basically my advice is, if you do get the excess power headers for your Trailblazer SS, just go ahead and order the Excel spark plug wires. It's the Extreme 9000, and these are the 135 degree boots. Don't get the straight ones or the 90s. You just need these 45s right here, and you'll be good to go. Anyway, thanks for watching.